Welcome to Education Today. I'm Ashlyn Bashline of Katanning High School in the Armstrong School District. It has now been 11 years, but the sting of our country being attacked on September 11, 2001 still weighs heavy in the hearts of victims' families and the United States. Across the nation, flags flew at half-staff and moments of silence were observed in recognition of those who lost their lives in New York City, Washington, D.C., and Shanksville, PA. It's important to our country to continue to educate our children about the events of September 11th. It's hard to believe, but students as young as 6th grade would have only been 1 year old if they were born when this tragic event took place. At Lenape Elementary, they take time every year to hold a brief ceremony to educate and reflect on events of 9/11. Here's a look into their assembly.
This is a very solemn, it's an assembly where we're not really happy. We're kind of just waiting and hoping that everyone is safe, and that we want to make sure that we let people know that we remember them and remember all the wonderful things that they've done for us. So you can't be clapping, you can't be screaming, because I heard some of that too, and you have to be very quiet. Does that make sense? Okay. Now we're going to get started with the program. I want to welcome everybody here. For the next few minutes, we are going to be holding a ceremony to remember our fellow Americans who died on this day in 2011. It is important that you remain quiet and respectful, and that's one of our star habits, until you return to your room. I want to before we start, I want to give a special thank you to Mr. Hefner for the lobby display. A very special thank you to Mr. Somai and Mr. Krakota, as always, who helped with these programs, and also to Mrs. Stahl's class, who is actually doing the program for you today.
Today is September 11th, Patriot Day. 11 years ago, in 2001, our country was attacked by terrorists from another country. Many innocent people lost their lives.
We are remembering those brave patriots who died on 9/11 here at Lenape today. We are wearing red, white, and blue to honor our country and those who died. The display in the lobby also honors those people.
At this time, all of the students and staff, please stand and put your right hand over your heart as Mr. Scumbo plays the Star Spangled Banner, and please remain standing as we all say the pledge of allegiance together to the flag. American Airlines Flight 11 is flown into the North Tower of the World Trade Center in New York City.
At 9:02 a.m., United Airlines Flight 175 is flown into the South Tower of the World Trade Center in New York City.
At 9:38 a.m., American Airlines Flight 77 is flown into the Pentagon building near Washington, D.C.
At 10:10 a.m., United Airlines Flight 93 is forced to crash into a field in Shanksville, PA. The heroes on board that flight saved many lives while giving up their own.
We will be collecting coins this week and each of them thousand for a flight 93 Memorial Fund, just as we have past 2 years. First, let me tell you about Flight 93. On 9/11, terrorists planned on destroying buildings and hurting people in our nation's capital, Washington, D.C.
A group of Americans riding on a United Airlines plane called Flight 93 decided to stop these bad people. Thankfully, the heroes on the plane stopped the terrible plan and the plane crashed in a farmer's field in Shanksville, PA, just a few hours from Fort City.
That was a brave and wonderful thing for the passengers on Flight 93 to do. They saved the lives of many people in Washington. But the sad part of the story is that all the people on Flight 93 lost their lives while saving other people.
The new Flight 93 Memorial was dedicated last year on September 11th. The money that we have collected over the past 3 years has helped build this memorial. It is not finished yet.
The money we raise this year will be used to complete the memorial over the next few years. We ask that you bring in whatever you can to help this great cause and remember those that gave their lives so others may live.
At this time, we ask that everyone join in our patriotic song for today of God Bless America.
Thank you. I know it's not easy to sit still for this long. We're almost finished, but we have a couple of important things to do yet. I want you to try very hard to do what I'm going to ask you to do. This is going to be hard. I want you to try hard, okay? I would like, just in a minute when I tell you, we're going to stand up when I tell you. When you do that, as you stand up, I want you to be as quiet as possible, okay? Are you ready? Okay, I want everybody to try to stand up quietly. Thank you, that is fantastic. And the reason why I asked you to do that, that was marvelous. We just had over 800 students stand up that quiet. That's really hard to do. Boys and girls, the reason why I asked you to do that is at this time, the way we can best, at this time, honor and respect all the men and women who died is to give them a moment of silence. And the moment of silence is we're going to try to be as quiet as we can in honor of all the American patriots who lost their lives on the morning of September 11th in 2001. Thank you. We will be on a moment of silence now.
As you can see, the staff at Lenape Elementary did a nice job both educating and remembering the victims of the September 11th attacks on our country. The school also participates in a yearly penny drive with the proceeds going to Flight 93 Memorial in Shanksville. Well, that's our show for today. I'd like to thank Lenape Elementary for inviting our cameras into their assembly. Our thanks go out to the TV production students of Kittanning High School, led by their teacher, Mr. Don Swanson. They were our film crew today. Please join us next week for another look at the Armstrong School District. Visit our website for updated information about the school district and have a great week.